February 18th every year is a national public holiday to commemorate and appreciate the Sierra Leone Armed Force who fought in the Second World War and those who fought in over a decade of civil war in Sierra Leone in the 1990s. The Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Force is responsible for the territorial security of Sierra Leone's border and defending the national interest of Sierra Leone within the framework of its international obligations. On the 18th of February 2002, the late former President Alhaji Dr. Ahmed Tijan Kaba declared in his solemn voice in Creole that the war done done, which means the war is over, and that henceforth 18th of February shall be a national public holiday in commemoration of the fearless efforts of the country's armed forces in various wars to uphold peace and democracy. Well, this morning to discuss this day, among other things, we have Col Issa Bangura, who is the Director of Defense, Public Relations and Information for the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Force. And we also have Lieutenant Cedrina Paula Touré, Platoon Commander and also Media Officer, Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Force. Good morning, gentlemen and the lady.
Good morning, viewers and listeners.
It's such a pleasure, right, Jones, to have a female military personnel here this morning.
Yes, indeed, definitely. I'm a bit disturbed, though. I don't like uniformed people.
Are you afraid?
I'm afraid they would.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
A pistol soon.
No, I'm not afraid.
I'm afraid of guns. You know.
Cedrina is
but these are
afraid,
sweet people,
so
anyways. I know. I've been seeing these people. I've worked with them for a while, actually. Congratulations to you, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you
It's a beautiful day, and you're celebrating on this day.
Yeah.
I know the last year has been a challenging time for you. I'll start to you, Col Issa. I mean, a failed attempted coup, riots of all types and sorts in the country. I mean, that posed a pressure on the kind of work you do as, defense people, wasn't it?
For us, challenges can be challenged. And as members of the armed forces, we always expect the unexpected. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of issues in terms of security. What is the past now? We are moving forward now. We are moving ahead, and the nation is moving forward in terms of security, peace, and development.
From the war done to now, you people have been celebrating every year. What changes on a yearly basis?
Exactly so. And every year, this is an annual event. We have this activity, which is key into Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces calendar activities. As members of the armed forces, this day is set aside for us to appreciate the efforts of those people that are serving, and also it's a day set aside by the government of Sierra Leone and people of Sierra Leone in honoring the efforts of the members of the armed forces. It is a significant day to us, a day we have been looking for, and today marks the 18th day of February 2025. There are a lot of activities lined up for this very important day. And quite apart from that, and tomorrow as well, and wherein we have a regimental dinner, for a cocktail dinner at the Mayon Officers Mess, for serving members of the armed forces, and for soldiers' entertainment, just to relieve them from the work pressure. Okay. They have entertainment at the Warrant Officers Mess and also the canteens. So a lot of activities that are lined up for this very important day. And of course, as he alluded to, this day is set aside for us to remember not only those people, to appreciate not only the serving, those that are living, but also those who have gone before us.
Quickly before I bring in my question, are we invited to this ceremonial activities?
I was going to ask about the dinner,
Exactly.
It's a key player to our activities.
Okay.
If you are not there, the activity will not complete.
Okay. Now, taking a step back, to the contribution of the role played by Sierra Leonean troops, in the Second World War under the British command. Looking at it over time, what impact has the service made or shaped this modern, service of the armed force?
Very important question. Great impact from our forefathers' participation. And we are also moving, having lessons learned from them. And they've served the color before us, and they place Sierra Leone at the highest esteem, the green, white, and blue. So for those people who served under the British, and that is the Royal West African Frontier Force, the effort they made, the accolades that we had in terms of the Battle of Mayenne, wherein Sierra Leone was given, a baton of honor, the armed forces then, the Royal West African Frontier Force. It shapes our minds, it shapes the institution, and we are also looking at what they have done professionally. That is why year in, year out, we have members of the armed forces in international peace support operations. We have staff officers, we have females, we have other ranks, we have also defense attaches in most of the countries in the world. So to us, that's legacy which our forefathers left with us, making Sierra Leone very proud as a professional armed forces. We are still working towards that. And looking at the current leadership of the armed forces, the professional head, the political head, and the administrative head, and also members of the senior management, we are still working towards building an armed forces that is capable, highly proficient, and professional, because we are not only serving the people of Sierra Leone, we are going on peace support operation within the sub-region as well. We have ECOWAS, we have African Union, and the world at large. So, as members of the armed forces, as we are now moving to the tri-service, the tri-service is where we have both the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force working together towards peace and stability of the nation. Before this time, we had the Joint Force Command. And these two very important components I just mentioned, the Navy and the Air Force, was under the Joint Force Command. But now they are working separately, to achieve the peace and stability of the state. So meaning, with the vision of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, and Minister of Defense, Grand Commander of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and the support that the leadership of the Minister of Defense and by extension, the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces is putting forward in terms of the tri-service. One day we'll get there. If you go today, you will see that even the ceremonial parade, we have the Army Guard, we have the all-females Guard, we have the Naval Guard, and also the Air Force Guard. You see things unfolding as required.
Brilliant.
Let's bring you, Sandrila, in to the conversation this morning. And before now, a lot of people have said that the military is for males. In countries like these, a lot of people feel, there's a widely fanned perception that the military is not for the weak. A lot of people see women as weak people. I mean, few have actually, braved the tide and have become this very decorated military officer. How was the process like for you as a female? Let's start there.
Interestingly, I wanted to become a soldier.
You wanted to? You cannot. I'm not sure you can. Let's listen to Sandrina first this morning. We'll talk about yours maybe later.
You see, you rightly said the military is not for the weak. It's not for the faint in heart. It's only for the brave. And it is only the bravest people that opt to join the military. Marina, I'm not saying you are not brave,
It's okay.
but this is something you need to put your all. It's something you need to put your all into. Wanting to join in the army is not something I dreamt about. It's just happened. Oh. Okay, I'm this kind of person that always wants to do something different. So, and like you rightly said, the military before now has been seen as an institution for male. And it is still a male-dominated institution. However, we have a lot of female that are opting to join the military right now. Myself, I'm an example. And it's like we're breaking the stereotype of what has been before now. And we see that women are flourishing in the military. Women are not only there to support, we are also leading and commanding as well. So that in itself, I think, is a good thing, not only for the military, but for us as female that are opting to go there and that are already there right now.
What sort of roles do females play in the army?
Well, we play every role the male play.
Okay.
We command, we lead. Me seated here, I'm a platoon commander. I command men. I command them into battle, not only, yes, that is what platoon, in fact, as a platoon commander, you are a fire hitter. That is what our bosses always tell us. You lead in front line of battle. So as a woman, I have attained that hierarchy of command. So it's not just about, oh, she's a woman, she should be in communication or she should be a nurse. No, we are commanding, we are leading men the same way our male counterparts are leading in battles. That's the same way we lead.
You can shoot all kinds of guns.
Of course.
Why not?
That is what.
Now you're afraid. Now you're afraid.
Of course. I'm trained and qualified to do that. And as we are speaking, we are planning to recruit cadet officers as well as recruit into the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. And it will interest you to know I'm one of the instructors for the recruitment process to train. So you see, we partake in each and every role. It's not like we have specific roles for female and specific roles for male, no. The roles are open. As long as you're competent and can deliver, it can be given to you, irrespective of your gender.
Yeah, I'm not afraid actually.
You're afraid.
Just being,
The dealing part of it is what I'm avoiding, but it's okay.
You see, let's be honest this morning. I'm not sure you're going to be a military officer. It's impossible. You can perhaps arrange something in the kitchen.
Why?
It's no insults to you actually. The kind of bravery that Sandrina is talking about, I'm not sure you have.
Okay.
She can shoot all kinds of guns, and you
don't try me.
Oh, you can shoot too. Anyways, let's forget about it.
Maybe she's more than qualified.
Thank you. I'm way more than qualified.
Actually,
exactly my point.
A new crop of people into the army,
yes,
so it's your time to join the bandwagon. You should speak with Sandrina after here, so that you can acquire a form and feel.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I'll be visiting you from time to time. If you survive, then
she will. As long as I did, no problem. She will survive.
Okay. What sort of future do you see for females, in the army? Particularly now that things are changing, things are advancing in the world.
Well, the one thing I'll tell you is the future is female. Because prior to now, it's even difficult to even see a female officer in a television station like this talking about the military. Yeah. It has all been male, 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 male. Maybe the only places you'll see female, maybe in the hospital, in the kitchen, maybe one or two in communication. But now, anywhere you go, I can assure you, you'll see not only a female soldier, but a female officer as well. So everything is changing, and I'm sure we are changing with it. The role of gender in the military is something of the past. Designating certain roles to gender, like you're female, you're just limited to this kind of role. That is something of the past now. Now, as long as you're competent to walk, you walk alongside your male counterparts and command equally.
Let me come back to you, Colonel. You spoke about Sierra Leone's participation in the UN and that of the AU peacekeeping missions. Now, how has that participation so far has improved the capabilities and reputation of the RSLAF?
Very nice question. Very important. First of all, the lessons that we learned from the experiences when we go into those missions. It is not about only Sierra Leone, because we are together with different nations, together with other countries from the world. So that experience that we exchange, and that experience that we have, when we come back locally, those best standards we are always ready to maintain. It's very important, the experience, and even in terms of improving the lives of the personnel, in terms of economy, because if you go on international peace support operation, you are paid in US dollars. You come back home, you use that money. If definitely you are developing certain business, you are developing an infrastructure, you stand to benefit, and the country as well. So our participation in peace support operation is paramount, is key. And that is the aspiration of the senior management of the Minister of Defense and by extension the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. We were there before with large numbers, and we are ready again to go. Quite apart from that, we have military observers, we have staff officers, we have arms monitors, both officers, women, and other ranks as well. So it is key as a nation, it's very important as an institution, because the experience that we gain when we come back definitely will be able to assist in terms of peace and stability, and also work with our counterparts, the Sierra Leone Police, the Sierra Leone Correctional Service, Fire Force. We work in tandem in terms of security issues. And once that collaboration and effective collaboration is there, as members of the armed forces, our professionalism is always up there. So, as members of the armed forces, our participation in the peace support operation gives us that opportunity to be able to operate and cooperate with other institutions, to be able to have that effective coordination, collaboration, and also cooperation, which is very important. You can collaborate, you can coordinate. If there is no cooperation, we run into problems. So, you see, if there is an issue within the country now, and which is beyond the capability of the Sierra Leone Police, they always look at us, and we are there to assist. So, as you are talking together as members, you are subject matter experts. As you are saying that, Madam, I said, Madam is more than capable, because in that field, if she comes now to the armed forces, she has a place already in the media. And that is what we are looking for. And the gender Madam is talking about, it is not the armed forces. We have moved several steps ahead as members of the armed forces. Because we had, before this time, all female recruits. We also had significant numbers of females that comes into the armed forces. But my concern is not only recruiting. We need to have interested, qualified, and the quality is very, very important. Remember, we have to move to peace support or international operations. If we have the quality that we need in the armed forces, definitely that will assist us as a professional force, because we also compete with other countries in the sub-region, the African Union, and the world at large. She has served in United Nations mission. And guess what? Her performance was outstanding. And quite apart from her, we also had other females that are gone on international peace support operations. So, it is the aspiration of the senior management. It's our look forward, God willing, with the support of you, people of this nation, and also the government of Sierra Leone, definitely will reach that, will achieve that objective.
Colonel, you spoke about the quality of the kind of people you absorb into there. I want to believe there is some sort of winnowing process, before you absorb these people. They would have to take exams, you understand? How do you do it? How do you ensure that you get only the quality?
You are perfectly right. We have the screening process, but my concern is you are giving us, it's like garbage in and garbage out.
Oh, okay.
If as stakeholders within the communities, because there is also another area where you are required to recommend interested and people with good character, to move or to be enlisted into the armed forces. Let us take an example. In other countries like the UK, like you have the Royal Marines, people from royal families are coming into the armed forces, the Royal Air Force, the Royal Navy. So we need that quality of Sierra Leoneans that will represent these armed forces. Remember, if we do not give us strong women with, or personnel with strong character, with integrity, and you entrust them with the lives and property of people, it becomes a problem. So we are calling on stakeholders, especially the first gentlemen or women of chiefdoms, the paramount chiefs, religious and religious leaders, pastors and imams, You know, when people go for a recommendation, please screen them for us before we continue with the process. Otherwise, if we don't do that, you'll be creating more problems than solving for the armed forces.
Colonel, this will lead me to the next question because it's quite connected to this one I asked earlier. So you see,
sir.
this is a digital age we are living now. You know, everything has modernized.
Correct.
You know, one thing I have particularly observed with the U.S. Marines is that, you know, they have this sort of, I don't know, perhaps it's because it's an advanced nation, they have this branding and packaging idea. When you go to their pages, even the pictures you see, the videos, they are so attractive. I mean, these days a lot of people are driven by aesthetical pleasings, what dazzles the eye, you know. Maybe, you know, while we are modernizing as a world and as a country, perhaps we chime in this development. So to speak, I mean, like the ALSLAF branding and packaging itself in some sort of advanced manner. You know, when you go to your pages, when these young folks, now we have Sandrina here, she's a young lady, you know, she looks so good in the uniform, you understand? Have these pictures, these videos that would show the sweet sides of the army so that people would have the appetite, you know, to join. I think that's another area that you need to look into.
I agree with you entirely, because for you to be able to attract quality people into armed forces, you need to do a thorough and sober roadshow. You need to have flyers that you put out to the public that will definitely capture the minds of those people that are coming. We have a website. The website is up and running. Facebook Live also is up and running for every activity in the armed forces. When it is key activity, it is coming up on live Facebook as well. And we have pictures. We'll continue to do flyers targeting females as well. And we're going to put those pictures that are very attractive during passing out parade. You know, we have them and place them so that, but to definitely go further in that question, this current recruiting drive, we have a lot of females coming up for enlistment into the armed forces. That means that shows that they are seeing these people that are serving now. They admire them, and as I said before, my only plea to the stakeholders is for them to be able to screen these people properly for us, because if we have quality men and women into the armed forces, our defense and mission task would definitely rule them out as required by the people of Sierra Leone and by extension the government. So we'll definitely take every advice that they give us, we'll go back, we'll work out those things so that we'll please them to definitely capture the minds of young Sierra Leoneans that are interested, because this job is a calling. The job is a calling. And for some people, they will say, I will not go for the armed forces. The reason is very simple to them. For us, we have sacrificed. We are sacrificing our life, because the fact remains that it's like you are opting to lay your life for the rest of mankind. And year in, year out, whether it's national death, whether it's disaster, whether it's war, we still have people, you know, that we lost or we are losing. And the precious souls for every serving personnel, even civilian, to us is key. So as a result, we are calling on the nation, especially this day, to see that the Armed Forces Day is the day they will recognize our roles and responsibility in society. It's the day they will appreciate our officers, men and women in uniform. It is not only the military. What about the Sierra Leone Police? What about Sierra Leone Correctional Service? What about the Fire Force? Please appreciate. If you are out there and you see any soldier or police, just say thank you. Just appreciate. Yes, just appreciate. It's very important. Because without security, there will be no development. And without development goes cannot go without security. So we are key players to national development.
Col Issa,
Yes,
let me ask this question now. Reports indicate that Sierra Leone allocates around 1.5% of the GDP to defense spending. Looking at many retired soldiers or veterans, if I may put it that way, are still finding ways to, be reintegrated into society, and many of them are still challenged, economically. Now, what mechanism have been put in place in order to ensure that, they have the benefits that they required as former soldiers?
The Sierra Leone ex-servicemen, there is an association for the Sierra Leone ex-servicemen. And we are expecting every retired or ex-service person supposed to be part of that institution or that part of that organization. But to be honest with you, I'm not their spokesperson because I'm still serving. But they have a lot of challenges in terms of people registering for that organization. If you do not register, how do you expect people to cater for you? So the first thing I'll call on those ex-servicemen that are yet to register, because that has been the argument for those people that are in that organization, that when you are retired, that doesn't mean you're automatically in that organization. You need to officially register and be part of. And it is good for the peace and stability of a nation that will take care of the ex-servicemen. It's very important. It is good that in your institution, you also employ those people, because some of them still have the capabilities, still have the ability to work. So meaning if you employ every institution, you look at those people with credible record, you employ them, also empower them economically. So as a nation and as a government and as people of this country, we should look at the welfare of ex-servicemen, and they in turn should be ready to definitely identify themselves with the organization. For example, when we have the Remembrance Day, which they are key, that is their activity. Some are interested, some are not interested. Okay? But when you look at other countries, if somebody retires, this is ex-service person, this is a retired officer. If you go to a mall or a market or shop, they will give you preference. Even if you are in the flight, they will allow these people to sit first because they've served the colors. Okay. So let us appreciate, and let us also encourage them. Being in active service is difficult, very difficult. So if you are retired, there is need for us to honor you. There is need also to appreciate you.
Quickly before we take some messages, Jones, on a normal, you see people get very scared when they see military personnel approaching instead of police. I'm still wondering, why do people have that tendency to be afraid of military personnel as compared to when they see a police officer?
Well, we have two distinct roles. The armed forces is the armed forces, and the silent police is the silent police. The silent police, every day they are with the civilians. Okay. And if we are with people at all times, that familiarity is there. For us, we only come out as and when required, when the situation becomes worse, at the most dangerous course of action. Okay. So, as a military person, again, it's about your personality, is about your turnout and bearing, is about your interaction or personal relationship with people. I will respect you. You are a female. You in turn, you will respect me but you cannot put on this uniform and become very, very violent to people. Sometimes you lose that respect. So meaning, we have to be mindful when we are dealing with the public. That is why we have what we call civil-military relationship, which is key to us. And we're always mindful when we go out to do activities or even to assist our sister forces as a professional force. That professionalism is key. The way you act, the way you talk to people, the way you carry out your mission and defense tasks, you have to be very, very mindful, because there is individual responsibility, there is command responsibility and there is collective responsibility. But the key note or key message there is that we have to work hand in glove, because we cannot succeed as members of the armed forces without your support. And if we are there for you people, we must give you the respect that you deserve, and not to intimidate you. You must respect your human rights. You must respect your dignity as members of the armed forces, and always move forward to work together as a nation so that we'll move forward.
I have two questions, one for you, one for Sandrina. I'll start with Sandrina. In what ways would you say the military has changed you for the better? And do you think other ladies should join you in the army moving forward?
Well, I think I'll start with your last question. If I think other ladies should join the army, the military, sorry, because if I talk about the army, I'm just limiting it to just one force. Because now we're in dry service, we have the army, the navy, and the air force. And I am part of the army. So, correct, sorry, I mentioned the army.
Yes.
I think it is important that female start thinking about joining the army, the military. Sorry, I keep saying the army because they should start thinking about joining the military, because we have to fight against this stereotype of what people have been saying about the military before now, that of course it is a male-dominated society, but we as women have a place in the military. It's not just a one-gender thing. It is something that is there for everybody. But because we have been shying away from it, we've made it to look, or it has been perceived that our male counterparts are bullying us there. No, they are not. It's because we don't show up. And if we don't show up, they don't have any option but to take the positions that are there. But now that some of us are showing up, we see they're giving us the opportunity to showcase ourselves and our talent. And it is seen right here. Before now, you'll just see male officers coming, doing programs and all. But now they're incorporating us into it. And I think it's very key and it's very essential for women that are watching and thinking they have a future in the military or they want to serve. This is important for you because there is a place for you in the army, in the military. Sorry. For me personally, I think the military has shaped me in a lot of ways. Okay. Prior to now, I was this young girl, timid, shy, but coming into the army, it has taught me self-sacrifice, discipline, and how to put myself in a position where I can serve. Because mind you, for you to be a leader, you have to be a servant. So if I have to command men into battle, if I have to command men into doing things they are not willing to do, because mind you, this is a very hectic, it's a very demanding job. Imagine people are running away from attacks and you are being commanded to go. So you have to be ready to serve for you to come. So the military has shaped my life personally in a lot of ways, and I think it can be seen by very people.
Very disciplined.
I think it can be seen that people, I mean, you both know me before now, and the Sandrina you used to know and the Sandrina you're seeing now, I'm sure you can tell the difference.
Exactly.
So that is what the military has done for me as a person.
Right, so just briefly before we go to comment, Colonel, Rwanda and Colombia, these two countries have instituted a very robust plan for their war wounded in action, soldiers. I'm just asking because there was a recommendation by TRC reports that, Sierra Leone gets what we call them reparation packages for these people. I'm currently editing for a group of, journalists in Sierra Leone under the MRCG. This program is called Transitional Justice Reporting Program, where reporters are financed to report on these kinds of things. And I edited a report, it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. It was so horrific, the conditions that were captured in that report about, war wounded in action people. I think it was in Pujan or so. These things are far below dignified, Why haven't we been hearing from the military often about these people? Are they neglected in any way? Briefly, before we go for the messages.
WI It's also part of the ex-servicemen association.
Okay.
There is an association for them.
Oh, okay.
All what I will say to that is for you people to be able to advocate for them. Because you in the media, if they have challenges and you advocate for them in terms of support, they will be supported. So I'll give you that opportunity to be able to advocate for those people.
Okay.
You know, there are a lot of challenges, but challenges can be challenged. If they are in a structured manner, definitely, like you want to definitely now do some programs for them, you will capture them as required, which is very, very important. So I also urge you to assist us, you in the media.
Definitely.
You know, to continue, you know, helping is the military, yes. Because when you serve and you are wounded in action, by right, when you are going out of service in that manner, there is an enhanced pension that is given to you. Yes, for the armed forces. It is just check that records, and they have that enhanced pension. 34 military hospital is also there for them, for free medical services. There are some benefit that they experience, but they need more. They say the more, the merrier. And you, as a media personality, I think you can also assist in that direction, which is very, very important. Okay. And we cannot lose sight, because today also, whilst we are celebrating, we also remember them because they were part of an institution that shaped their lives, or definitely put them in that category in serving the green, white, and blue. We want to definitely appreciate, especially the precious souls we lost and those wounded in action. We want to thank the Almighty God, and we also want to ask that we continue to support them and continue to support every member of the security sector, not only the armed forces, the police as well, because they are there out for patrols. We are in our comfort zones with ACs. They are there patrolling out day and night. Let us appreciate them as well. Okay. Appreciate members of the armed forces. At the border point, under rain and under the sun, the burning sun, they are there patrolling, giving us early warning signs to any individual or personality that may want to infringe into the territorial integrity of the state. Let us appreciate every member of the security sector. It is not easy to be part of the armed forces, but that is the sacrifice we are making as a nation. So, wherever we are at the moment, and wherever you are as a noble citizen of Sierra Leone, today, this day, for members, those Muslims in the mosque, and also for the Christians, please remember us in prayers. Not only for us that are serving, but also those who have gone before us, those who have gone to eternity, those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice in saving this nation. Please remember us in prayers. Also appreciate us. Just say thank you, soldier, thank you, security personnel, for what you are doing, for our roles and responsibility in keeping the state in terms of peace, stability, and security. So that is my call to the nation.
Quickly before we get some messages, on our way this morning, I was just having a conversation with Jones. I'm like, today the armed forces are celebrating their day. And, you know, in order to show them that we do care about them, in case we see anyone along the street, let's just, you know, salute and just smile and, you know.
Yes, we have institutions that are putting out flyers in support of the armed forces.
So what's happening today specifically?
Today specifically, we are looking forward to the ceremonial parade. That ceremonial parade, as I was saying, is key for our invited guests, where you have the army, the all-females. Remember, the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces is definitely considering gender and equal opportunity as a key opportunity for us to move forward. We are working together. So there is going to be all-females guards. There is also the Navy Guard and the Air Force Guard. They will be there. Quite apart from that, we have skills demonstration, you know, a side attraction. We are looking forward for the performance of the the physical training instructors that will entertain the general public at the Hockey Pitch, now the Dr. Julius Madabio Paris Square.
Okay.
We are also going to have what we call medals award. That is key, just to recognize, to appreciate deserving members of the armed forces. And the most important aspect of that program today is the keynote address by the special guest of honor, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, and Minister of Defense, Grand Commander of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency the President, Brigadier General Retired Dr. Julius Madabio. He's going to give us a message of hope, and that is what we are waiting to see. That is what we want to hear today as members of the armed forces, both serving and retired. And that message of hope will unite us.
Colonel, we would like to hold you there for a bit.
Thank you.
We do have a lot of congratulatory messages on our Facebook page, and it will be good enough for us to, actually share those messages or sentiments with you guys this morning.
Yes.
First from Eunice Akaba, he says, we appreciate you all, Sierra Leone Army Forces, or Armed Force. And Eddie Gant is also asking, what's the Facebook handle of the Army?
Yes, Albert Lansener is saying to the civilians out there, if you will, please, when you come across a soldier today, please say thank you for your service. And Kindama Kagbo is saying, I salute all my colleagues, fallen, retired and service personnel. Thanks for your services and continue to rest well, our fallen heroes and heroines. Lieutenant Kindama Kagbo, retired.
And most days saying, it gives me chills when a day like this comes. Been a close associate to the RSLAF and thinking of the great people we've lost who gave everything to serve our country in uniform. I can only stand to admire your courage and dedication to serve at their country. Bravo. RIP to all our gallant heroes. Lest we forget, we'll always remember you. And Abubakar Imansari, thank you for your service. And Loki Samuel Kata, thank you for your service. We appreciate you and your contributions to the nation.
Okay, Mosdi is saying, can we please continue to support the families, especially the widows and widowers of the fallen great men and women? And Albert Lansana is saying, soldiers over there, thank you for your service.
And it's good to see, Dwight Neal. He's saying, yes, on this Armed Forces Day, we honor the brave men and women who serve and sacrifice for our nation. Your dedication, courage, and resilience inspire us all. We salute you today and always. Thank you for your service.
But Lansana is saying, Colonel Issa, it was nice meeting you in December. Keep up the good work, Albert Lansana.
Jibril Toure says, congratulations to all military personnel in Sierra Leone, especially to my younger sister, Sadrina Toure.
My younger sister is there?
Sadrina.
Oh, she? Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought there was another sister who had joined. Okay.
And another one from Kenya, I hope I got that right. He says, big salute to all our hard-working soldiers for keeping Mama Salon safe. And Eddie Grant, he's saying President Bio gets plenty titles, so child.
All right, well, I think it's au revoir for me. These are a few of the messages I can lay my eyes on for now, except if you can see a few more.
One person is actually asking a question. I won't allow Sadrina to respond. I will respond directly.
Oh.
Can you ask him, that the person is actually referring to Col Issa Bangura, for him to, comment on the status of Sadrina in terms of her academic. But to answer that, Sadrina here, of course, I will answer on her behalf. Sadrina is a colleague, and she's doing exceptionally well in school. So just to answer that person, she's one of the smartest, by the way.
In your class?
In my class, yes.
Well, I know Sandrina as a graduate of communications.
Exactly my point.
Faculty from Fabric College, and she's been doing well. And it's also notably Another
who
female,
such position,
General
you know?
Jar, who has been doing quite well in the well, is it military or army?
Yeah, she's part of the
It's
team.
part of us, yes.
So you see, she's my colleague as well. She's doing quite well. These are brilliant ladies.
Brilliant.
You know, but Colonel, these are a few of the messages. If you'd like to respond, just quickly before we go.
Firstly, I want to appreciate all the messages, and I want to say thank you for thinking about the armed forces, and also to say that you are appreciating our roles and responsibility, especially on this day. I want to acknowledge as well that we are here as members of the armed forces to serve this nation, and also to reiterate or reassure the General Public that our loyalty, our unreserved loyalty, is always there for the people of Sierra Leone and the government by extension. And it's not just 100%, it's 100% and above. We want to thank every member of the society and those who are definitely giving us some accolades and also appreciating our roles in peace and security. I'm happy that we are here this morning with you people, and we are happy that we are proud members of the armed forces. Definitely, we'll continue to maintain the peace and stability of this nation. We'll continue to exhibit our tasks professionally. We'll continue to carry out the roles and responsibilities given to us by the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone. We'll appreciate every effort from the civil sector, and I want to assure you that we'll continue as members of the armed forces to coordinate, collaborate, and cooperate so that the armed forces of the Republic of Sierra Leone, or the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, will definitely be on top of situation wherever we find ourselves, whether at national or international level. So once more, I want to appreciate everyone.
Sandrina, departing words?
My departing words, first of all, I want to say Happy Armed Forces Day to all military personnel, both serving and retired, and to female out there who think the military is just a one-sided, gender-based job. I want to say it's a very big lie. There is a role for each and every one of you in the military. Do not hesitate. It is a noble profession, one that can shape you for the future. So all my female counterparts, feel free to be part of the army, the military. Sorry, I keep saying the army because I'm part of the army. I don't want to be biased to the Navy and the Air Force. So feel free to be part of the military. There is a role for us all to play in order to achieve national development.
No, thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank
Col
you.
Issa Bangura, Lieutenant Sandrina Paula Toure, the human Jesuses, you know, of our time. You know, I call them human Jesuses because what they're doing is basically what Jesus had done, you know, thousands of years ago.
His life, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So we're going to be seeing much more of you guys around today?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
You see us everywhere you go today. It's our day.
Okay.
It's also your day.
It's our day as well. All right. Thank you so
Thank you so
very
much.
much for being here this morning.
Yes.
Well, this is where we end today's edition of Wake Up Sierra Leone.